All right, hello everybody. My name is Ben, and it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. The last time I uploaded, I said I was getting ready for my daughter to be born, and well, my daughter's here now. She's about 4 months old, and just been spending the next 4 months kind of getting used to and adjusted to having a baby. And one of the things that I've been having to do since having a baby is really not playing a lot of Magic. Well, I play Arena, but that's another thing. Paper Magic, not so much. Sealed product, I buy it occasionally, every now and then. And today I've got Explorers of Ixillan. This is a set booster collector thing. They call it a bundle. They're no longer fat packs because calling it a fat pack is insensitive to people who are fat people like me. But anyway, we're going to open this up, see what's inside of it, see if I open anything good. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and unceremoniously start opening this box. And, I hope everybody who's watching this has been having a good time, especially with the holidays coming up. I live in a new state now, so I'm having to get used to having actually cold weather as opposed to how Florida is, where we have maybe 2 weeks of it being down in the 30s and 40s, and then the rest of the year it's 90 fucking degrees. Um, where I am, instead, we have about 6, 7 months of 90-degree weather, and then the rest of the year is fairly cool and nice. But anyway, here's the oversized die. I always love these things. They're great. The Ixillan one is like a pinkish red kind of color. And then we got the land pack. Let's see. I have 2 cards in here. Oh, they put the promos in there. Okay. So I'll open these later, but I don't know if you can tell from my crappy camera quality what they are. One's hit the mother load, and the other one is Ellie and Alan, Paleontologist. I don't know if that's a good card or not. I'll have to look at that later. But anyway, we got 8 set boosters, so we're going to open these up and see what I get. See if I get anything good. So far, I've been really enjoying the new set, especially in Arena. A couple of cards that I've been playing. I don't think I really am playing anything from the new set right now. Like the newest thing that I added to my deck was there's a 2-mana kill spell. It targets either a planeswalker or a creature, and it requires you to discard a card or pay 3 life. So for the longest time, I'd been running Price of Fame. Price of Fame is 4 mana, and it says destroy target creature, surveil 2. It costs 2 less to target a legendary creature. So I was always running it because, well, it's essentially the majority of the time it's 2 mana, kill that creature, and surveil 2, which is pretty good value. But the fact that it never hit planeswalkers kind of sucked and has hurt me, because especially on Historic Brawl, when planeswalkers can be your commander, it's good and it's powerful, but it's not always 100%. So now that I have an additional redundancy to deal with planeswalkers, I can't complain. Let's see. So my first rare is a Subterranean Schooner. It's 1 in a blue for a 3/4 vehicle that says when it attacks, target creature that crewed it this turn explores, and it has crew on. So there's that. Oop. And we got a foiled Admiral Brass, unsinkable. She's 2 and Grixis, so blue, black, red. And I can already tell this card's already kind of fucked. It's got some damage on it already straight out of the pack. Looks like it's been miscut. She's a 3/3, and she says, When Admiral Brass Unsinkable enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may return target pirate creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It has base power and toughness 4/4. It gains haste until end of turn. So I think part of the reason they added that whole finality clause is if you were to play a card like, say, Dockside Extortionist and try to just loop that over and over again, it would stop you from doing that. But I mean, the obvious choice instead of running Admiral Brass would be to just run Underworld Breach and do it that way. But I guess they also did that for the sake of draft integrity as well. I mean, it looks good, but I don't know. Pirates aren't exactly still aren't a very supported tribe or type or archetype or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Akal Pactal, first among equals. He's 2 and blue for a 1/5 that says at the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. I guess he's alright. I'd play him in draft and be happy. Let's see, and I got a foil Join the Dead. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. Descend 4, that creature gets -10/-10 until the end of the turn if there are 4 more permanent cards in your graveyard. That's actually pretty good. That's some pretty good removal. Especially in draft, I'd run that. Put that there. Yeah. Let's see here. Go to the next pack. Really hasn't been a lot of cards in this set that move the needle. Let's see. I got a Jurassic Park Command Tower. I don't know if that's a hit or not. Might be. My rare is Terror Tide. It's a sorcerer for 2 and a black, and it has Fathomless Descent. All creatures get -X until the end of the turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So, this is like a classic design that Wizard seems to be following for black board wipes, 4 mana, and it normally does something like give -X until the end of the turn. We got a foiled Miner's Guidewing. It's got Flying and Vigilance for 1 white. When it dies, target creature control explores. So, yeah. The set's got a lot of good cards, but not anything that really makes me want to go out of my way and play it. That reminds me. The thing that I am playing from this set that got me excited was Quintarius Khand. I have a Mardu deck, and it basically says whenever you play your commander, your opponents lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. So we get to do like a mini lightning helix when he's on the board, which is pretty sweet if you ask me. All right, we got a Inti Sensical of the Sun, legendary human knight. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until the end of the turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. So, this card's actually better than I thought it would be. I haven't played it yet, but the fact that he rewards you for discarding and kind of gives you some card advantage in the form of exiling cards off the top of your library. It makes him pretty interesting, and I think he's already seeing some competitive play or not. I don't know. I don't play competitive Magic because I'm a casual loser. We got a foiled Nizical Current Conductor. They're Merfolk Scout for green and blue. Whenever a creature you control explores a land card, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on Nizical Current Conductor. I guess she's fine. Not really anything that excites me about her as a legendary to build around. I played against it on Arena, and yeah, I don't know. I think people just aren't very good at building around creatures as much as they think they are. Wasn't very impressed by her. Let's see. Then again, I'm the kind of person that's not impressed by many things anymore, especially as long as I've been playing Magic. Let's see. We got a Stalactite Stalker. It's 1 black for a 1/1 Goblin Rogue with Menace. This is at the beginning of your end step. If you descend to this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Stalactite Stalker, and then you can pay 2 and black to sacrifice it. Target creature gets a neg X until the end of turn where neg X is its power. So, this card's really good, apparently. I think it's seeing modern play. Again, I really wouldn't know anything about competitive play. I've got a foil Ancestral Reminisce. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card for 3 and a blue. It's a sorcery. I guess if you want to draw cards, it's good. And let's go to the next pack. I've got 2 packs left here. So, yeah, as I said, Quintarius Khan is really about the only card that I was excited about. His uptick makes you a token, which isn't the best, but a 3/2 body is still pretty relevant, especially on historic brawl, and the fact that my commander rewards you for sacrificing creatures to cast its back half. I play Exodus, so I'm always sacking creatures to cast Awaken the Bloodlord. So anything that gives me bodies on the board is a good card in my book. And his downtick, Discover 4, the majority of the time I'm getting something that's actually pretty relevant. Like I think the first time I ever played him, I downticked into a Liliana the Veil. My opponent had 1 creature on the board, so it worked out really good. I just played her for free. Well, I mean, the cost was the downtick, but I exiled from the top, got the Liliana, neg to her, and my opponent scooped at that point. Let's see. I got a rare. It's Sanguine Evangelist. It's 2 and a white for a vampire cleric that has battle cry. And whenever he enters the battlefield or dies, create a 1/1 black creature token with flying. And it's a 2/1. This card can get out of hand very quickly, especially if you have any token. Wow. Oh, I just dropped that on the floor. I'll pick that up later. And we got a foiled Deconstruction Hammer that has equipped creature, gets +1/+1, and has 3 tap, sacrifice Deconstruction Hammer, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and equip 1. That's okay. Alright, we're down to 2 packs. Alright. Let's see. My rare is a Starving Revenant. It's a Spirit Horror 4/4 for 2 and a black. And when it enters the battlefield, surveil 2. Then for each card you put on top of your library, you draw a card and lose 3 life. And it has Descend 8. Whenever you draw a card, if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And then I also have another rare. I have a Sentinel of the Nameless City. It's 2 and a green for a Merfolk Warrior Scout that has Vigilance. It's 3/4, and it says when it enters the battlefield or attacks, create a map token. And then I got a foiled Glorifier of Suffering that says when it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each up to each of 3 or 2 targets. And a treasure token for the token. Alright. And we are down to the last pack. Exciting stuff. If you are still watching at this point, thank you. I wonder why. I'm just opening really bad packs. And, maybe like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. I don't care. Not like anybody watches my channel anyway. Let's see. Got another subterranean schooner. So that would be a Womp Womp. And a Ruin Lurker Bat. It's got flying and lifelink at the beginning of your end step. If you descend it this turn, scry 1. So, that Beckett Brass, I think, really is going to be the best card that I opened. Well, other than, the Spirit Boy. Alright, let's open the promo pack now. Ella and Alan Paleontologist. They're 2/5 for 2 in band, so green, white, blue. They have tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Discover X, where X is the mana value of the card exiled this way. Activate only as a sorcery. And then just drop those on the ground. Wonderful. Got the land pack there. And here's all the foil lands. They're going to turn to Pringles. They're already Pringled. See? Look at that. Talk about quality. Let's see. We got the foil Hit the Motherlode that says Discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is 10 or less, create a number of tapped creature tokens equal to the difference. And then all the foily pringly lands. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit like and comment, subscribe, do all that great YouTube shit. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.